I flew out here to Monaco because I heard a pretty random rumour which I just couldn't get out of my head. Now, although no one's actually crashed into the harbour since 1965, the rumour is that the authorities here in Monaco still hire scuba divers just in case anyone goes over the barriers. Sounds pretty nuts, right? Or is it? Because famously, the Marshals in Monaco are some of the best in the world, easily being recognisable and even featuring in blockbuster films. So for over a year, I've been trying to find the answer, and with some luck from the help of the Monégasque government, they're able to put me in touch with the right person to ask.
Donc je suis le lieutenant-colonel Maxime Ivrard, je suis le chef de corps des sapeurs-pompiers de Monaco et je travaille dans la principauté de Monaco. Donc les sapeurs-pompiers de la principauté assurent la sécurité incendie du circuit, des épreuves sportives, durant les 3 Grands Prix à Monaco, puisqu'il y a le Grand Prix électrique, le Grand Prix historique et le Grand Prix de Formule 1 avec toutes les formules annexes. Donc la mission principale, c'est vraiment d'assurer la sécurité incendie sur le circuit.
In total, there are over 676 race marshals brought in by the Automobile Club de Monaco, who are all volunteers wearing the orange overalls, and their job is to make sure everyone is safe, whether that's through flags, signs, or even pushing a car out of the way. They go through extensive training for the big races of the year. This includes learning how to unroll a car, lift it by hand, lift it via a crane, even how to jump over barriers safely and quickly. This also counts for the emergency services on hand in case of a serious crash, who are trained to extract a driver with E-force cutters that can cut through almost anything. But it's the fire marshals who work for the Monaco Fire Brigade who are the only ones allowed to tackle any flames. On race day, there are over 80 fire marshals around the circuit, and you can spot these guys in their black overalls with those iconic, gorgeous chrome helmets.
Ils ont tous les mêmes casques, les commissaires et les pompiers. Ce qui change, c'est la couleur du casque. Les commissaires ont des casques blancs et les pompiers ont des casques soit orange, soit jaune, soit rouge en fonction de leur grade et de leur fonction au sein du dispositif. On a un simulateur qui est une Formule 1 avec un simulateur gaz, c'est-à-dire qu'on recrée un incendie de Formule 1 et on apprend à intervenir aux commissaires sur un événement de type incendie de Formule 1. Les commissaires sont derrière le rail. On recrée vraiment les conditions réelles du circuit et puis ils doivent attendre déjà le feu vert pour pouvoir intervenir sur la piste parce qu'ils n'ont pas le droit d'intervenir sur la piste s'ils n'ont pas eu l'autorisation de la direction de course. Et puis après, c'est une fois qu'ils ont eu l'autorisation, c'est d'assurer leur propre sécurité tout en intervenant le plus rapidement possible. L'objectif étant de sauvegarder la vie du pilote, c'est pas forcément d'éteindre le feu, mais vraiment de permettre au pilote de sortir de la voiture.
But it's not just the personnel the Monaco Fire Brigade is providing. Let's start with the pit lane. Here you'll find 8 water points alongside the garages, which has 2 hoses and a collection of fire extinguishers and fire blankets. And all of that water comes from these tanks sitting directly under the pit lane, which uses a mixture of rainwater and foam to tackle and suppress ethanol flames. Down by the harbour, they also have their own fireboat, which either sits here behind the grandstands at turn 15 and 16, or sits outside the Monaco Yacht Club. On board, it has the same water and foam system as the pit lane, with attachments to connect a fire hose, with space on the rear for a stretcher to quickly move anyone that's injured. Right next to the Monaco Yacht Club, on a high lookout point, is the fire brigade's drone operators. 2 members of the team operate this modified DJI drone, with one piloting the drone and a second operating the infrared camera, which can send a live video link back to the FIA race directors. This is so they're able to get a bird's eye view to see how a fire could be spreading through its thermal imaging. And its other modification is this automatic parachute, just in the unlikely case of it losing power. But the question still remains, are divers still hired in case a driver goes over the barriers? Well, technically yes and no.
Plusieurs années, il y avait effectivement des plongeurs qui étaient sur le plan d'eau, puisque à l'entrée du virage du portier, il y avait un risque qu'une voiture finisse à l'eau. Il n'y a plus de ce risque-là, donc il n'y a plus de plongeurs dédiés à la course. Par contre, on a des plongeurs sur le plan d'eau pour assurer la sécurité de toutes les personnes qui sont à bord des navires et des yachts dans le port de Monaco, mais ça n'a rien à voir avec la course, si ce n'est que c'est des spectateurs de la course, mais c'est pas du tout pour les pilotes.
So although the divers on hand aren't technically for the drivers, to have drones, a fireboat, different levels of marshals, recycled water, training throughout the year, and not forgetting a couple divers for spectators, you really have to applaud the amount of work to make this street circuit safe.
And when you put that all together, it really showcases that this is the safest street circuit in the world. And that's true testament to the Monégasque Fire Brigade and the Automobile Club de Monaco. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. My whole channel is learning about how Formula 1 works. So if you're interested, then make sure you click subscribe. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.